business and starting industries here. Kerala state government is conducting a global investor meet on Kochi in 2025 January. So I request the OISCA and the Malabar Chamber of Commerce to support all that events also. On January 2025 in Kochi, global investor meet is being conducted by Kerala government under the leadership of Industries Minister. It has been declared in the last assembly session. Honorable Chief Minister and Honorable Industries Minister openly declared in the last Legislative Assembly, we are going to start an investor meet. We can give one thing as an assurance, those who came as investors here will be very safe because Kerala is a land of beauty and also land of investors for friendly state. There is a lot of bad narrations or false narrations about Kerala that is being propagated by some of the Western interest group that there is no scope for Kerala in investing. But when we go through the history of Kerala for the last 8 years, we can say a lot of industrialists are coming here. They are investing and they are successful. They are managing their business in a successful manner. We know that Kerala is the land of educated people and we had a good skill power people here. We had a good manpower here. So you can come here, you can invest here, you can take returns from here. So the people, the community who is addressing in this OISCA International Session as a global investor meet, you can come and invest here. And also the last assembly session has addressed a lot of interesting things that on behalf of the state government, they had declared that we are starting in campus park in entire university campuses, not only in college campuses and also in university campuses. So my request before the community who is gathered here, those who are interested in campus park, those who can invest here. And also my request that the people who is sitting here are successful business groups and successful business people. They can support student community by starting startups group. We can start startups group. You can guide us. You can use student community for starting startups. You know, the unfortunate thing in Kerala, the students, they had only one dream, to attain a government job. That has to be changed. How many of them will get government jobs? Nearly 5.5 lakh people can government jobs. What will the rest people, what the rest students will do? So we should teach them to dream big. Not as a government servant. Those who can select government job, okay. But teach the student community to dream in a big manner, to dream to startups, to start startups and to companies. Unfortunately, the student community, the house student community in Kerala is very narrow-minded. They are dreaming only to become a government servant. Why? Because they want to sit in a comfort cushion. That's why they are dreaming so. Many of the people, many of the youths should come and meet me. Their only demand is, they are in PSC list. Sir, we want to extend the list. That is the one demand. Second demand is, we are in the list, so we want to get a comfort job. Why they are dreaming so? Why they are dreaming so? The thing, when they attain, when they get government jobs, they are safe. They can work up to 56, they can work up to 58, they can work up to 60 without any tension. So my advice before the student community, my advice before the industrialists who are sitting before me, they should start businesses. Youth should learn how to start startups, how to start business. For that thing, you should support them. You, the people who has gathered before me, all are successful business persons across the globe. Across the globe, those who have gathered here. So in what all the case you can support us. You can go to the campus. You can select one or two campuses in Calicut, in the town of Calicut. Mr. Anandamani is an engineer. He can guide them. At least you start a startup company, we will support you. That is the only solution to build Kerala. What is the thing happening here? Look, before 2 decades, at the late 90s, the dream of a student in Kerala to go on-site to US or UK. Before 1990, the dream of a Keralites is to go to Middle East. They will go Middle East, they will work there, they are sending money to Kerala. So, money is circulating in Kerala. Remittance is happening here. But now what's happening in Kerala? The student community is going to US, UK, Canada for studies. They will do a part job. They are completing the graduation or post-graduation, they will start working there. So they will get job. After that, they will buy a land. Because compared to EMI for a rent and compared to EMI for a own house, it is very cheap to buy a own home. So they will start buying a home, then they will marry, then they slowly start bringing the parents to back in US or UK. They are not coming back. Compared to Middle East, the people who is going for to work, they will send money. So remittance is happening here. When we are going to US, UK and London, Canada, they are not coming back. They are not sending money to Kerala. So it will affect the industries, it will affect the entire thing in Kerala, it will affect Kerala. So I am not against the people who is going for UK, US or Canada. I am telling the reality, the fact. So my request, we had a good manpower, we had a skilled labor, we had a lot of industries, and we had a good atmosphere here. In Kerala, there is no communal violence. In Kerala, there is no violence. In Kerala, there is no uncertainty regarding the power supply. Everything is fine here. We had water, we had a proper air, we had a proper land, we had all thing here. So my request before the community who is gathered in front of me to come and invest here. Not only for the people, you have to promote the students and youth to start businesses here. What are the things that we need from us that we are ready to support? So, very serious thing, the very serious discussion should start in this session regarding the youth to start companies and startups and how to build the industry-friendly state in Kerala. I hope there will be serious debate and discussion will rise in this conference about these industries. OISCA is a global community across the globe. They can support us. And Malabar Chamber of Commerce has a rich legacy in Calicut. Calicut is one of the biggest industrial sport in the South Kerala. So I hope you can support Kerala in various sectors. I'm not ready to speak for a long time because this is a very serious discussions are going on, and there are a lot of communities as gathering here. They want to share their experiences. But I'm a little bit hurried because I want to attend another program in Calicut itself, and I want to go back to Trivandrum today itself. So I'm not speaking for a long time. I hope this session will become a fruitful session. This conference will become a fruitful conference. After this conference, there are a lot of investor-friendly discussion. Investors will come and invest in Kerala. I hope that will come here. With these words, I request all the communities gathered here to take a serious discussion about to invest here, because we have a lot of forums. Government has a lot of forums. KSID is here. Kerala State Industry Development Corporation here. Government is supporting in various sectors. So that is to be known by you. For that purpose, government is calling for a conference in Global Investor Meet in Cochin. So I am inviting all of them to gather there and also to support Kerala State in what all the manner you can do. With these words, I conclude my speech.
Thank you, sir, for your informative speech. Now I would like to invite OISCA International President, Ms. Etsuko Nakano, for benevolent speech.
Dr. ピーナ・フィリップ小塚で市長様、AN シャムシール・ケララ州議会議長様、マラバール商工会議所会頭様、オイスカ・ケララ支局会長様、アラビンド・バブ・オイスカ・インターナショナル事務局次長様、他ご来賓の皆様、そしてご出席の皆様、おはようございます。
Honorable Dr. Ina Philip, Mayor of Calicut, Honorable Speaker of Kerala Legislative Assembly, Mr. A.N. Shamsir, President of Malabar Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Chairman OISCA Kerala Chapter, Mr. Aravind Babu, Deputy Secretary General of OISCA International, distinguished guests and dear friends, good morning.
本日は皆様にお目にかかれて大変嬉しく思っております。
I'm very pleased to see you today.
コロナ禍のため2020年以来開催できなかったビジネスマッチングフォーラムがようやく再開できることになりました。今回はフィリピンで開催された第8回フォーラムに続き9回目のフォーラムが南インド総局マラバール商工会議所のご協力を得てカリカットで開催されることになりました。準備等ご尽力くださった関係者の皆様方に心より御礼申し上げます。
I am delighted that we can resume the Business Matching Forum, which has not been held since 2020 due to the coronavirus pandemic. Following the 8th forum held in the Philippines, we are now opening the 9th one in Calicut with the cooperation of the OISCA South India chapter and the Malabar Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Once again, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to everyone who has striven to prepare in successfully materializing this meaningful event.
OISCA とインドは1960年以来、農村開発、人材育成分野において協力関係を構築してきました。これまで約100名の研修生を受け入れてきました。これからのインドを、そして世界を担っていく人材を育てることが私たちの共通の目標であります。
OISCA has cooperated with people in India since 1961 in rural and human resource development. Approximately 100 trainees from India have enrolled in our training courses. Our common goal is to nurture humans who will lead India and the world.
バブさんをはじめとする南インド総局とマラバール商工会議所のリーダーシップの下で今後ともインドと日本の関係がOISCAを通じてより強いものになっていくことを期待しております。今回日本、バングラディッシュ、ネパール、スリランカ、インドの企業や団体の間で具体的な協力関係を築くことがビジネスフォーラムの大きな成果につながるものと確信しております。これは経済的な結びつきだけでなく、日本と南アジアの企業が共に協力しながら成長していく大切な一歩だと期待しております。
I look forward to seeing the relationship between India and Japan will continue to grow more robust, with OISCA contributing to its success under the current leadership. Mr. Babu of OISCA South India, and with the cooperation of the Malabar Chamber of Commerce and Industries, we are confident that through this forum, business-specific corporate relationships between companies from Japan, Bangladesh, Nepal, Sri Lanka, and India will lead to a great productive results. I hope this will be an essential step to enable Japanese and South Asian companies to grow together while cooperating not only in economic terms, but also friendship and understanding.
OISCA はアジア太平洋の各国で農業の技術指導を通した人材育成や環境保全活動を進めています。これは私たちが同じアジアの仲間として共に成長し、お互いに助け合い、支え合うことの重要性を活動を通して共有すべく実践しているものです。インド太平洋地域の連携強化は、この地域の安定化をもたらしてくれることと同時に、地域内の共存共栄を可能とすることが重要な目的となります。
OISCA promotes human resources development through agriculture training, environmental conservation, and other activities in Asia Pacific. All such activities will converge into our shared understanding of the importance of growing together and helping each other as members of the same Asian community. Strengthening cooperation in the Indo-Pacific region will bring stability to the area. Its principal objective is to making coexistence and co-prosperity within the region possible.
最後ではありますが、本日のフォーラム参加者の皆様に改めて心より御礼申し上げます。本行事が関係国の相互理解と信頼を促進し、ビジネス分野でも成熟した関係が皆様方のお国にさらなる繁栄をもたらすことを祈りつつご挨拶をさせていただきます。ありがとうございました。
Last, I'd like to express my sincere gratitude again to all the participants in today's forum. I'd like to conclude my remarks by praying that this event will promote mutual understanding and trust among the participants, and that mature relations in the business field will bring further prosperity to your countries. Thank you very much.
ありがとうございました。
Thank you, Madam President, for your lovely words. Now it is an address by Dr. Veena Philip, Honorable Mayor, Kozhikode Corporation. Madam, please.
Honorable Speaker of Kerala, Advocate A.N. Shamsir, and Mr. Ali Asghar Pasha, President of OISCA Kerala Chapter, and Ms. Etsuko Nakano, the President of OISCA International, Sri Anandamani, who is the Chairman of the Organizing Committee here, who welcomed all of us, and Mr. Nityananda Kamath, President of Malabar Chamber of Commerce, who has taken the initiative to call an OISCA meeting here, and Mr. Suresh Vakil, the DGM of State Bank of India, Sri Arvind Babu, and representatives of OISCA from Japan, Sri Lanka, Taiwan and Sri Lanka and Nepal, and KSIDC. I'm so sorry that nobody, I think you alerted them very late. Kamath, what happened actually?
They had promised to be here, but
They couldn't. Okay, right. And the, all the friends of OISCA, and especially those who have come from the Kozhikode chapter of OISCA. I'm so happy that you have met here to discuss the industry, which is when you expand OISCA, it is an organization for industry first. And I'm very thankful to OISCA because you have helped us in our agricultural sector, in our food industry in the 60s and 70s, until India became self-sufficient in our food production in 1973. Now, as Mr. Anandamani mentioned, there is a paradigm shift in everything, in every approach, and in the agenda of all organizations all over the world. As our honorable speaker said, there is a paradigm shift in Kerala in the government approach too for the past 8 years. We are rebuilding Kerala. So there is a propaganda that no industry will flourish in Kerala. That is because the conditions towards the workers were different in those days. So we had to struggle a lot, at least to get a minimum wage for the workers. That is the main reason why that kind of an approach was spread. But now I think everywhere the approach has changed. All over the world, if you want to be a good industrialist, you have to think of the worker's life too. So now that most of the industries outside and inside have changed their approach, there is a paradigm shift in the approach of the industrialists, especially those large industrialists. In the wake of that, I can promise you, in presence of our honorable speaker, that we have plenty of sunlight, plenty of water, plenty of human resource, and plenty of electricity production. So these are the more important components that any industrialist will be looking forward to. We have all those here. And our youngsters, they are hardworking, they are intelligent, highly educated. So provided you give them an ambience, a pro-ambience where they can work comfortably, they'll do hard work. That's why all the companies, including the Infosys and other IT companies, all over the world, people from Kerala, the youth from Kerala are invited wholeheartedly. So please, for those who have come from outside our country, I can promise that this is the best time for you to invest in industries all over Kerala. And one thing I'm very particular about Kerala, that is food industry. That's why I started with your help in the 60s and 70s to India to make her, self-sufficient in food production. We need that. It is not that we want, agricultural, high productive seeds or plantlings or very good, fertilizers. We want the people to get equipped to find any space, any vacant space on earth or your property, how to utilize it for agriculture. That kind of training should be given, and OISCA International Kerala chapter should see that next propaganda. When I think of OISCA, I always think of seedlings and plants, planting trees all over the campuses, even on the roadsides. You help us there, or we. Now it is we, because we are part of OISCA. OISCA members of Kerala done a lot of things for making people aware of the need of the trees. Now we all know, as I told you, the paradigm shift. It is towards the climate change all over the world. It is not a single place like Calicut. It is, we think universally now. Not Calicut alone or India alone or Kerala alone. We think universally. Because the climate change or the other, green gas effects, it doesn't affect only one place, it affects the whole world. So that kind of global thinking should be there for climate change. What you started in the 60s and 70s for planting trees, it is a kind of a visionary activities that you did. So we have to thank OISCA for inculcating that sort of a culture in the students and the youth of Kerala especially, and Kozhikode too. Now it is time for thinking of food industry for Kerala, because Kerala depends on other states for our food. We cannot expect food from other states, because there is a very famous writer called V.K.N. In his book he has written that when the Kerala people started eating rice means kanji is a gruel, little rice and more water. It's a watery kind of food. That was the staple food of Kerala those days. And pulukku also, mixture of all the kind of, tapioca and other kind of, under earth grooming products. So like now, when people started eating one meal, that is without that kanji vellam or rice water, we started eating choru or rice. We had to import rice from Andhra and Tamil Nadu. That is the past history of Kerala. Now it is high time to think of wherever a space is available, how to make it suitable for agriculture or horticulture or whatever it is. We always think of acres. Now I think we have to start thinking of cents. If I have 2 cents of land, how can I cultivate rice there or something which is useful for me? Never ever allow land to be an open space. Instead of, you spend a lot of money to have a good green lawn in your house, even if it is 3 cents. People take a pride in growing the lawns. In place of that, OISCA can take it as a mission that you will make people think when a small piece of land is available, why not cultivate, why not plant something there so that we will get good food, good vegetables. So like I think OISCA's next activity in Kerala should be to make people think of utilizing the small land available for making something related to our food habit. Only then we can think of food industry. We think of food industry with the coconut, we think of food industry with the fish, but we don't think of food industry for all the vegetables available. For that, I've heard that Uralinga Labour Contract Society has a tomato sapling. One sapling will make 25 kilos of tomatoes. Just imagine, hybrid varieties. So we can also start using that. I'm sure in Japan you are using that kind of, am I right? Yes, highly breeding varieties of vegetables and whatever it is available, which is suitable. Like you, we too have very little space available in Kerala. So with this, I do congratulate the organizers for inviting, or rather conducting the South India chapter of OISCA here in Kozhikode. And I would like to let you know that I don't know how many of you follow English. Kozhikode is now the UNESCO City of Literature designated place. So City of Literature, why I'm saying City of Literature is not only for literature, it's for the sustainable development, which is one of the mottos of OISCA. Am I right? Yes, so sustainable development of whether it is agriculture, whether it is business, whether it's culture, whether it's literature, whether it's drama, play, music, our food or whatever good practices we had, good practices for the betterment of the society. Betterment doesn't mean money alone. It means your happiness, your contentment. So all these things come when you think of the betterment of the people. We don't have extremely poor people in Kerala. Nobody starves in Kerala. If any person has nothing to eat, the neighbors next day or the party workers next day will give them a kit with all the edible things which are needed for a family. Or a neighbor next door will bring food to these people. So like, in Kerala, whichever party we belong to, we have a culture of helping your neighbor. So that is there, but still we need the people to be happy. We don't want people to be left alone, people to be isolated, people to feel that I have nobody to talk to. So that is the corporation aims at, making the old people or the vulnerable, I would rather say, it's a very big term, making the vulnerable people to get some solace, some happiness in their own life. We are striving forward with that idea. The corporation, and this is rebuilding Kerala. As the Honorable Speaker said, this is time for other people to invest in Kerala. You will never regret. As I told you, the paradigm shift in the approach of the people towards industries or any kind of smart startups have changed a lot, I can assure you that. And congratulations once again for all the people who have gathered here, especially from the Mayor of the Kozhikode. Kozhikode welcomes you all. Thank you very much.
Honorable Mayor, Calicut Corporation, Dr. Bina Philip, Advocate A.N. Samsher, Honorable Speaker, Kerala Legislative Assembly, Mr. Ali Asgar Pasha, President OISCA Kerala Chapter, Mr. Anand Mani, Chairman Organizing Committee, Mr. Suresh Vakil, DGM, State Bank of India, my dear OISCA members, delegates from Japan, Nepal, Taiwan, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, OISCA members from across the country, invited guests. As you know, the objective of today's OISCA Global Business Meet is to connect our business community with the business leaders from Japan, Nepal to Taiwan, Sri Lanka, and all these places. This is with the aim of bringing people from around the world to collaborate and work together for a common objective. OISCA, with this underlying principle of universe as a source of life, envisages a world where all people coexist by transcending differences and work together to protect and nurture the ecological balance of life on Earth. We all know OISCA has been implementing projects which trains youngsters to respect the environment, how we can promote sustainability in whatever we conduct, how to make sure that the rural economy is sustainable. So all these programs is kind of imparted to right from the youngsters so that they can build a better community. Today, the business meet is meant to bring people from across Southeast Asia together, and this is a great opportunity for all of us to make friends with people around. In fact, I was here about half an hour early, and I made friends from Taiwan, I made from Sri Lanka, I made from Japan, and we are going to, as Malabar Chamber of Commerce, we are going to take this opportunity very seriously. Apart from today's proceedings, we will be organizing maybe trade delegations to Japan. In fact, we already spoken to the OISCA International President, Ms. Itsuko Nakona, and other delegates, that we are planning a delegation to Japan and see in what way we can collaborate, in what way our business people here can meet up with the leaders there, and how we can grow together. This new world is all about collaboration. Nobody can sustain all alone. India is changing, India is growing, India is a huge market. The purchasing power of India is growing. We have the right manpower, as our Honorable Mayor said. Kerala has one of the brilliant skilled manpower. So we can work together. Japan has got the best of technology. Japan has got a head start in technological growth, and we can work together. We can actually look at supporting Japan's growth with the right kind of manpower from here. We can depend on Japan for the technology and whatever knowledge they have. Work together, maybe collaborate and start something over here. There's a great market for Japanese product in India. It will be a great market for products made in India to be taken to Japan. As you all know, the era is about Make in India, and to make sure that we sustain our growth with our own technology, but with the help of everybody. We are open for working together for the benefit of not just our country, but we need to grow along with every other country. That is India's philosophy. In fact, in Sri Lanka, as neighboring countries, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Nepal, we all should see how we can work together to develop all of us to make it's going to be a win-win situation. We all should make sure that in every transaction we all benefit. How Nepal can make use of the technology available here, how we can make use of products to be taken to Nepal. There are a lot of interesting products in Nepal which can be sold in India. We have a big market. So let us look at OISCA being the bridge. OISCA and Malabar Chamber of Commerce can work together. OISCA being the bridge to connect people from business people from across India to these countries and benefit together. And as such, OISCA has got a very, very noble cause and has been working towards this for the last, right from 61 onwards, over 62, 63 years of service to humanity by the principle of world as one and working together to make a sustainable growth, respecting nature and looking at how we can ensure that everyone is committed to sustain the growth on this earth by responsible activities, making sure that we look at whatever practices what we do, business practices or life, have a discipline to kind of look at not abusing nature but taking care of the nature and getting the best out of nature for the common good. And this event, the delegates who come for the event, please do meet the delegations and members from Japan and all these countries so that you can get started all big things will happen in this small, opportunity of getting to know, making friendship. And with that friendship, a lot of things can happen. It's not just about what we discuss here today, but the advantage should be you should take back the connect and the friendship what we do here. In fact, we have people from Coimbatore come all the way from Coimbatore here. All should take advantage of this opportunity, and hope this today's business presentation and delegation will be to the interest of all the delegates who have come here, and they take forward the objective of collaboration, and looking forward to a lot of things coming out of this initiative by OISCA Calicut chapter. And Malabar Chamber has been engaging with supporting OISCA and all the projects earlier. And even this project, we are supporting them to see in whatever way we can get the benefit. And in future also, Malabar Chamber is always there to support each and every project which OISCA brings in. Thank you very much, and good day.
Thank you, sir. Now it will be the Honorable DGM of State Bank of India, Mr. Suresh Vakil. Please.
Most respected Honorable Speaker, Mayor, Kozhikode Corporation, Dr. Bina Philip, Mr. A.N. Shamsir, Honorable Speaker, Kerala Legislative Assembly in absentia, Engineer Ananthamani, Chairman, Organizing Committee, Sri Ali Asgar Pasha, President, OISCA, Kerala Chapter, Sri Nityanand Kamath, President, Malabar Chamber of Commerce, Sri Aravind Babu, Director and Secretary General, OISCA, other delegates, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, very happy morning to you all. I'm very happy to be here today, attending this meeting and getting to know more about OISCA International. State Bank of India, the leading bank of India, always keen on associating and collaborating with NGOs and such organizations which contribute to the benefit of the society. We are very pleased that the local chapter of OISCA is very active, and also I came to know that they are having a lot of activities in Wayanad, which forms part of my area of operation. As the earlier speakers told, we are living in a world more integrated than ever before. This is not 2024. They say it is 2050 or 2060. COVID has fast-forwarded our life, the way we do many things. And there is scope for more collaboration, cooperation, integration, and learning from each other, as the globe has become a small village now. Recently, there was a summit on health held by All India Institute of Medical Science, in which we could also participate. There were delegates from Japan and a few companies and a few NGOs working in health research and health development. The tagline was, "Death is optional and aging is curable." We could get a lot of projects, a lot of information about people doing activities in that area. Here also, as former speakers told, especially our Mayor Madam told about the agriculture activities and the importance of we all spending some time and effort on it, because nothing can replace food. Though this is a business summit, I would like to assure all the delegates and also the local chapter of OISCA that we would like to interact and also associate with more activities in agriculture, because that forms part of a major portion of our activity. And also in other fields, small business loans, There is immense scope. Now Government of India has increased the limit to 20 lakhs. I understand there are a lot of entrepreneurs, there are a lot of associates of OISCA who are doing a lot of activities here in Kozhikode and in other districts in and around. We would like to associate all of you people, and whatever financial assistance that we can give on merit, that we would be doing it. While I wish all the very best for this summit, I also look forward to more association in the days to come. Thank you all. I wish a pleasant stay for all our foreign delegates here. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Before vote of thanks, we would like to present small loving memento to our dignitaries. First, I request Mr. Ali Asghar Pasha, President OISCA Kerala Chapter and today's presiding officer, to receive a small memento. Our international president will hand over the memento. I would like to invite Dr. Beena Philip, Honorable Mayor, to receive a small memento from our international president. Now, Mr. Nityananda Kamath, President Malabar Chamber of Commerce, will receive a small memento from our international president. Mr. Suresh Vakil, DGM State Bank of India, will receive a memento from international president. I invite Mr. Arvind Babu, Director and Secretary General, for extending the vote of thanks.
Respected President of the meeting, my friend Mr. Ali Asghar Pasha, Mr. Andamani, Honorable Mayor, Mr. Nityanandan, our Honorable President Etsuko Nakano, Mr. Suresh Vakil, thank you very much. So, first time OISCA South India chapter is holding a business meet. We have conducted many programs, first time in this business meet. So, we wish to conduct this kind of program every year with the help of Malabar Chamber of Commerce to make more opportunities for our investors and our entrepreneurs. I'm not taking much time. I wish to thank Honorable Speaker. He came here in time. Before 10 o'clock he reached here. So on behalf of OISCA South India chapter, I wish to extend my heartfelt thanks to Honorable Speaker Advocate A.N. Shamsir. Then Honorable Mayor Dr. Beena Philip. Dr. Beena Philip is very close friend of OISCA. She visited OISCA office many times. She always extend her support to our OISCA activities. We are very thankful to Honorable Mayor Dr. Beena Philip. Moreover, she is hosting a reception to our international delegates at her chamber today evening 5 o'clock. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am, for your support and guidance. And I also wish to thank Mr. Nityananda Kamath. Nityananda Kamath is a close friend of mine. So while we discussed about holding such a conference, first of all, we went to meet Mr. Nityananda Kamath because at that time, he elected as the new president of Malabar Chamber of Commerce. So he readily agreed and came here and supported us. But we expect more business people to attend this function. But that is not happened, I think. Okay. So in coming years, we wish more participation. And Mr. Suresh Vakil, DGM State Bank of India. He's a very big person and very responsible officer. He has not much time to spend here, but he found time and came here and talked to you. He has to support. He even supported us to conduct this event here by his contribution. So thank you, Mr. Suresh Vakil, DGM State Bank of India. So Mr. Andumani is the organizing committee chairman, and Mr. Philip K. Anthony, always behind Philip K. Anthony, Mr. Sukumaran, and all supported this event. On behalf of OISCA South India Chapter and on behalf of OISCA International Tokyo Office, I wish to extend our heartfelt thanks for all the persons cooperating to conduct this event a grand success. Thank you all.
Thank you all for attending this auspicious function. Before concurrent session, there will be a tea break. Please have your tea. And after that, Mr. Anandamani will take charge for the concurrent session. Thank you.
Just a minute. I heartily welcome the representatives of Japan to the mayor's office today evening. I don't know, sorry. Okay. 5 o'clock to mayor's room. Will the space be enough? You have come there. Okay. So once again, welcome to the mayor. Thank you. Others also, all the other delegates, that's what he said. I thought only from Japan was coming, because in my diary it is written, OISCA members from Japan. So that's why. So you're all heartily welcome, right?
We are now moving on to one of the most important session of today's summit. The business delegates from Japan, Sri Lanka and Nepal and others will be giving a presentation regarding the opportunities, what I mentioned earlier, regarding how to foster collaboration, exploring the investment opportunities, and how to build up strategic relationships with respect to the changing world scenario, what was mentioned by all and every speakers. As I mentioned earlier, the delegation comprises representatives of cosmetics, garments, construction, industrial waste management, tourism, human resources and IT. So after the presentation, the registered delegates will be having an opportunity to have one-to-one interaction with the respective delegates who have come down from the foreign countries and explore the possibilities of the changed business of today's world order. As I mentioned earlier, finally, the aim of the event is to make your business future better. So now, let us move on to the presentations one by one. I just request the delegation from Japan to come forward and proceed with the presentation of the business opportunities.
Clean earth, waste treatment equipment, high temperature pressurized.
がちっちゃいんですか。
インドの皆様、こんにちは。本日はよろしくお願いいたします。Okay.
Hello everyone, good morning.
本日のこのビジネスフォーラムに参加いたしました私たち3名、白銀株式会社の山田、オリジンジャパンの坂田、達弘コーポレーションの山口、この3名がOISCAのご好意により、参加させていただいております。OISCAの皆様に先ず感謝お礼申し上げます。
So for this business meet today, so from Japan, three participants has come. So, 名前はもう一回お願いします。
山田、山口、坂田。
So from Japan, so mainly three participants have come from the same company. So Yamada, Sakata, and Yamaguchi. So these people, the three people has come from Japan, and their company is called Hakugiken Co Limited.
私、白雪圏株式会社が行っている事業は、環境関係、ゴミ、有機物から資源化するクリーンアースという、プレゼンを今日させていただきます。で、2つ目が、健康食品、健康飲料、健康関係の製造販売を行っております、株式会社達弘の山口で、3番目に、インフラ整備事業を行っておりますオリジンコーポレーションの坂田、この3つをプレゼンしていきたいと思います。どうぞよろしくお願いいたします。
So today 3 people will be presenting. So basically first Yamada-san will be presenting. So he's from the Hakukiken Co. Limited and they are dealing with the organic food products. So he will be explaining that in his presentation.
Clean earth. Waste treatment equipment. High temperature pressurized water decomposition plant with drying function. Basic business concept. By introducing new environmental improvement technology, we will create a better global environment for our descendants. Industrial waste disposal by pressurized water decomposition aims to bring a great contribution to the improvement of the global environment and deliver a rich natural environment for our descendants. High temperature, high pressure hydrolysis treatment is an innovative processing technology that can contribute widely by converting waste into valuable substances, can recycle medical waste with problems such as bacteria, mold, viruses and pathogenic bacteria, and detoxify harmful heavy metals. What is organic matter and exposed matter? Organic substances mainly refer to substances, compounds containing carbon, C. Substances made in the body of humans and living. Things are organic matter and things that are considered living things such as humans, fish and animals are organic matter. Substances made in the bodies of living organisms, including humans, fall under the category of organic matter. For example, carbohydrates, proteins and fats are also organic matter. Organic matter exists even in non-living things. A good example of this is plastic. Plastic is a material made artificially and has nothing to do with living things, but it corresponds to organic matter. Food waste, sludge, petroleum and coal are also examples of organic matter. Typical examples of inorganic substances include water, carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide. Carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide are substances that are classified as inorganic substances. As exceptions among those containing carbon, C. There are also inorganic substances in the air such as oxygen, nitrogen and hydrogen. Glass, metals such as iron and aluminum, and stones are also a kind of inorganic matter. Ores, minerals from which metals can be extracted, generally fall under the category of inorganic substances, but some organic minerals also exist. What is subcritical water? Is called subcritical water when it is B water Iloda. Critical point of 374 degrees Celsius and below 218. Atmospheres and above 100 degrees Celsius and 1. Atmosphere. Subcritical water is characterized by its ability to dissolve organic matter and strong hydrolysis. By using the properties of subcritical water, it is possible to recycle waste in an environmentally friendly manner. Maximum characteristics of the plant. Hydrolysis treatment, drying treatment can be performed with the same equipment. Effort to recycle easily by sorting and mixing processed products, and you can expect profit on sales of processed products after hydrolysis treatment. By decomposing and treating food residues and waste, it becomes a high-quality product as feed and fertilizer. The sterilization technique by high-temperature, high-pressure treatment makes it possible to prevent transmission of mad cow disease, avian influenza. In sewer sludge disposal, treatment turns it into high-quality organic fertilizer. With both mixing of treated matter and drying on the same machine, the treated waste is reborn as fuel. It can also be used for condensation processing and concentration of foods using only the drying process. Difference between conventional type and clean earth. Conventional subcritical processor. High pressure steam of 1.6 to 2.2 MPa is put into the container. Since it is directly blown in, the steam condensed water in the container increases the water content of the treated material, and after it is discharged in the form of a slurry, sludge, a liquid particle. Separation process and a drying process were required. Clean earth, subcritical processing machine, drying possible. Since the container is heated from the outside by medium oil heat without introducing steam into the container, the water content does not increase due to the moisture content of the input material can be reduced. Our model, subcritical processor. Our new model for steam heating. Figure C shows the high pressure steam sent to the jacket from the outside using a high pressure boiler, and when the internal temperature rises to 100 degrees Celsius or higher, the high pressure electric valve is opened to send the steam to the inside of the main body. It is a method that can suppress the increase of water. For heat transfer oil heating, since heating can be started at the same time as the waste input, processing time can be shortened. Conventional, subcritical processing. Conventional type. The method in Fig. B blows high pressure steam directly into the main body. Insufficient processing may occur. Steam cannot be sent and heating cannot be started until the waste input is completed and the input port valve is closed. 1. Molecular state before substance treatment, pressure 1 kg per square centimeter, room temperature. 2. When temperature and pressure are applied to the kettle, the water inside becomes subcritical. Pressure about to dash to 5 MPa, temperature about to 20 degrees Celsius. The subcritical water molecules fly around at ultra-high speed in the pot, and the plasma generated cuts the chains between the substance molecules and decomposes the substance. 3. Only carbon remains in the material after processing. Carbonization. Comparison of general waste treatment and pressurized water decomposition drying treatment. General processing method incineration. Incineration treatment dioxin generation contains heavy metals harmful to incineration ash. Hydrolysis treatment odorless and harmless, no generation of dioxin valuables fuel and fertilizer soil conditioner. Disinfection of viruses such as mad cow disease and avian influenza can be reused as fuel through high temperature, high pressure drying process. Detoxification of organic fertilizers and salt. Salt damage caused by composting of food residue. The challenge when using food residue as fertilizer is to remove salt contained in food. Because it cannot be decomposed by microorganisms, there is a danger of accumulating salt. Damage caused by continued use of salt-containing fertilizer. Through hydrolysis using high-temperature, high-pressure treatment, the compound is vaporized and decomposed into simple elements so that the salt can be made harmless. The charm of hydrolysis treatment. The goal is to introduce equipment cost, running cost and maintenance cost at a cheaper facility cost than incinerator method without imposing excessive burden It can decompose fungi, viruses and bacteria by pressurized water decomposition of organic matter, detoxify it, and produce a safe product. Household garbage, food residue, crop residues, aquatic product residue, livestock manure, sewage sludge, plants and trees scrap, wood, photo point, liquid fertilizer manufacturing plant. Dry powder, food, livestock feed, solid fuel, powder, fertilizer point, liquid fertilizer, dried food. Waste treatment and recycled products. List of objects to be processed, recycled product. Food waste, food processing residues, feed, compost, solid fuel. Crop residues, cut weeds, other trees, feed, fuel. Agricultural materials, PVC, solid fuel. Livestock feces, waste, compost, solid fuel. Plastics, fuel and industrial materials. Processing capacity per machine 4 cubic meters type, effective 3.2 cubic meters. Waste input 15 minutes. Decomposition treatment 40 to 50 minutes. Drying stroke 15 to 30 minutes. Discharge 5 to 10 minutes. Discharge 5 to 10 minutes. When drying process is excluded. List of clean earth processed materials. 1. Processable objects. Processed matter contents, pre-processing, post-processing. Organic matter. 1. Food waste residue, garbage, vegetables, fruits, meat, including bone, fish, shellfish, including shell bone, plants, point, sea water, etc. 2. Plants, point, trees. 3. Sludge. 4. Livestock feces, chicken manure, cow dung, etc. 5. Resin, point, plastics. Crushing treatment. Since raw garbage contains inorganic matter, sift selection required after drying. Used after processing. Fertilizer, soil conditioner, fuel, biomass. Liquid powder. Processing time is a measure after starting 3 meters 3. There is also a difference in processing capacity and individual differences of content, body, etc. In the case of applying drying treatment, etc., moisture content will also change. About 20 to 60 minutes additional time is required. 2. Processing impossible. Inorganic matter. Metals, general metals such as iron, aluminum, gold, silver, stainless steel, brass, etc. Glasses. Ceramics. Phenol resin, point, epoxy glass resin. Cement, point, iron. Rocks, general rocks including gravel and sand. Features of new model patented. Old model aircraft. Show vapor with high pressure steam of 2 to 2.5 MPa is placed in the container. As it blows directly, the moisture content of the treated matter rises with steam condensate in the vessel, and after being discharged as a slurry, sludge, separation process and drying process of liquid granule are necessary. New model with drying function. Since steam is not contained in the vessel and heated by the medium oil heat from the outside, there is no increase in moisture content than the moisture content of the input material, and it is dried under reduced pressure by utilizing residual heat after treatment so that the running cost can be reduced. Characteristics of clean earth. It is a compact fertilizer that can be done in a small facility with no generation of dioxin in only 40 minutes, not including drying stroke time. This volumetric fertilizing apparatus is equipped with general combustible waste, fiber waste, waste paint, plastic bottle. It is also possible to treat combustible materials such as sewage sludge and incineration ash. Generate steam in the waste container, stirrer and container to humidify and pressurize. It consists of boilers, etc., and reduces waste to volume fertilizer. Steam generated is saturated steam. conventional incineration treatment. Conventional technology is incineration in general. However, if incineration is carried out within the range of 400 to 800 degrees C, a large amount of dioxin is generated. So, in the newly established incineration facility, we burn waste at a temperature above 800 C to prevent the generation of dioxin. Conventional incineration treatment is a waste of energy, capital expenditure, processing time, and increased expense. For this reason, a large amount of waste was mainly used in large facilities. This compact facility reduces the volume of waste fertilizer while preventing the generation of dioxins. We have developed a method for reducing volumetric fertilizer treatment. Waste is reduced in volume by pressure decomposition and hydrolysis and special stirring. By doing so, electrostatic plasma is generated by steam friction. The static electricity generated by this friction and the static electricity accumulated from the floating water droplets as the plasma flows through the inside of the waste, further volume reduction treatment is incurred. The rotation speed of the stirring means is 3 to 8 rpm min. In addition, if aerial discharge occurs due to static electricity generated, and in the case of a load on the apparatus, it is also possible to suppress the generation of static electricity by introducing a conductive substance such as carbon powder. If you add a water-absorbing substance such as sawdust, it will absorb wasteful moisture and further increase the generation of static electricity and promote processing. In about 40 minutes, 50 to 70% of the waste can be reduced to fertilizer. When static electricity generated is small, an insulating substance which easily generates static electricity with waste can promote it. Volume reduction fertilizer clean earth. Major equipment configuration. Main body container. Inverted stirrer. Heat oil boiler. Cradle. Decelerator. Axis of rotation. Inlet. Outlet. Steam supply port. Adjusting machine. Pneumatic valve. Negative pressure pump for drying. Steam exhaust pipe. Deodorizer. Tubes containing heat transfer oil. Safety relief pipe. Heat oil tank. Support shaft. Stirring blade. Stirring device. The motor rotates the blades attached to the main shaft for efficient stirring. Clean earth. Resource reuse. Point environment conservation. Point stability of agriculture. Point safety and peace of mind of agricultural products. A society that can satisfy everything, it will be realized. Resource
Local
reuse
governments,
stability
citizens,
of agriculture.
industry. The
Consumer
process of
safety
realizing a
vegetables
sustainable
and fruits,
recycling-based
agriculture,
society.
point environment.
Subcritical water application technology reduces environmental impact and purifies the environment by recycling waste materials. Waste treatment facilities. Fertilizer. Food waste, ET. Residence. General waste. Food production. Hotel. Degradable meterlats. Subcritical processing. Others. Restaurants. Food. Food. Industrial waste. L difficult. Incineration, melting. Fuel. Others. Incineration ash. Waste. Fisheries and aquaculture. Recycling. Livestock industry. Feed. Waste. Agriculture. Fertilizer. Waste tire boiler 930 kW approximately equal to or the image of 800,000 kcal. A heavy oil boiler, 930 kW approximately equal to or the image of 800,000 kcal. Heat required for 4 processor. Calculation of a heavy oil and waste tire CO2 emissions. This is not an emission calculation for actual processing. It is about 1/3 when processing for 8 hours per processing machine. Emission calculation example 1. Heavy oil A. 1,0001 K. 1 K times 3.91 GJ slash K times 0.0189 TC slash GJ times 44 slash 122.70963 TCO2. Waste tires. 1 ton equals 1,000 kilograms. 1 T times 0.479 TC slash T times 44 slash 121.75633 TCO2. Emission calculation example 2. Heavy oil A, 8,800 kilocalories per liter. 500,000 slashes a year. 500,000,500 K. 500 K times 39.1 GJ slash K times 0.0189 TC slash GJ times 44 slash 121,354.8 TCO2. Waste tire, usage calories 8,000 kilocalories per 1 kilogram. 500,000 times 8, 500 kcal slash divided by 8, 000 kcal slash kg equals 531, 250 kg. 531, 250 kg equals 531.25 T. 531.25 T times 0.479 TC slash T times 44 slash 12933.1 TCO2. CO2 emissions for the same heat consumption calculation. Heavy oil A 1,358.4 TCO2. Waste tire 933.1 TCO2. Installation plant, example. 18-1 Wasel spherage. Troy input. 2. Magnetic material, separated by magnetic separator. NG with B13 conveyor, discharge to relay cart. NG on the B2 conveyor visual sorting. Discharged by B14 conveyor. Discharge to relay cart. Put into crusher at B3 and B4. Crushed material on B6. Conveyor convey and put into processing machine on the B10 conveyor. 6. Put into crushed material. Storage layer. From the storage layer on the B11 conveyor, put into processing machine. Discharged from processor, processed material on B7. B8 conveyor, put into a sieve sorter screened unprocessed material on the B15 conveyor discharge to relay cart. Selected processed material on the B9, B12 conveyor. 6. Sent to processed material storage layer.
これでクリーンハウスの説明を終わらせていただきます。質問等ございましたら、後ほどご回答させていただきます。
So this is about his presentation on his the plant. So if you have any questions, maybe at the end of the presentations, you can ask your questions. Thank you so much. Hello everyone.
日本で建設業をやっております坂田と申します。
So this is Sakata-san. So he is doing construction business in Japan.
本日は私どもが施工しております工法を一つプレゼンさせていただきたいと思います。
So he wants to explain the construction technique what he uses in Japan in this presentation. Yeah.
豪雨による浸水がですね世界で多発しております。
So like a lot of flood calamities are happening all over the world due to very heavy rainfall. Yeah.
日本では河川の下に水を流すトンネルを作ったり地下にですね一時的に水を貯める貯留のダムを 作ったりという対策を行っております。
So in Japan, usually they handle the flood using the underground tunnels, also like creating the underground dams to store the excessive water. Yeah.
私どもの役割といたしましては、地表面のですね、水を、そのトンネルや、地下のダムへつなぐ役割を行っております。
So his organization is handling constructing such tunnels and also the underground dams.
工法の特徴といたしまして、狭い場所や交通量の多い場所でですね、オープンで、深さ10メートルくらいまでの、深さをですね、土留めをせずにプレキャストボックスの埋設が可能となります。
So the methodology what he uses in his organization is like this technique. Basically, they can create a tunnel or such dams in very narrow places or heavy traffic areas. Like the depth would be like 10 meters deep tunnels or dams. Usually, their team create using the Frexit box.
今までの実績としまして、10メーター、高さが10メーター、幅が10メーターのですね、ボックスを、施工いたしております。
So in this construction methodology, usually they install 10-meter depth and 10-meter wide boxes in this such affected areas, so to handle the excessive water.
この工法は、円形の製品での施工も可能ですので、下水道の整備にも活用することができます。
So now they use the square box to handle such cases, but they can also install circular type of cylinders to handle basically this kind of excessive water to prevent floods.
はい、日本語版ですが、動画の方をですね、ちょっと見てもらいたいと思います。
So he has a video, but the content is in Japanese. Please bear with us. Yeah.
オープンシールド工法プレキャストボックスカルバート夕方快挙の施工効率化技術。1、オープンシールド工法の概要。オープンシールド工法は下水道や雨水路などに使用するプレキャスト製品のボックスカルバートや夕方海水路を急速に敷設する工法です。オープンシールド機で土留めをしながら推進し、ボックスカルバートを地中に埋設します。2、オープンシールド工法の特徴。1、工期短縮が図れます。オープンシールド工法は掘削、オープンシールド機推進、ボックスカルバート据え付け、埋め戻しまでの主な作業を繰り返しながら施工するので、工期短縮が図れます。2、狭い場所の施工が可能です。開削工法では施工が不可能な両側に家屋が近接した河川や水路の改築箇所でも、オープンシールド機にバックホーやボックスカルバートを吊り下ろすクレーンを搭載する。
So we'll go through each page and I'll explain you. Yeah. So this one is explaining the open shield methodology overview. So basically where these underwater tunnels or water sewage drainage systems are installed. So basically they use the Frexit product like a box culvert or U-shaped drainage components they'll install. Yeah. So these are the images of the components what they install to have this open shield system to handle the excessive water.
そうですね。はい。
キーポイントだけ。
特徴としましてですね、従来はシートパイルを打ちながら施工をやっていくものなんですが、 このオープンシールド工法で施行することによって工期の短縮、それと工期の短縮による、コストカットができます。あ、そうです。はい。まあオープンから、はい。あ、ですね。
So basically this open shield technology, what they use is in this first picture you can see two images. So one is like closed one and another one is a U-shaped one. So basically this is a pre-built components. So by installing this one they can reduce the construction period and also the cut the cost by using this component. That is the key point for this open shield methodology. 次の前に行っても大丈夫です。So first I touch up on that we can reduce the delivery time using this component, and also we can install this in the very narrow places, and also it will reduce the impact on underwater, and also it will protect the soil quality also by using this methodology.
はい。
Okay. So there are 3 pictures in line. So basically we can install this in the narrow places. If you see in the first picture, it is a very narrow space they are showing. So they are doing the construction in the second picture, and after completion it will look like this in the third picture. And also the third one in line, you can see the construction site. So they are going to install this open shield component, and also it is showing the underwater, and also the soil quality also, like in the picture they are trying to show. Yep.
後期の方なんですが、従来の工法に比べると、3分の1で、施工が可能となります。
So about the construction cost and the effort, if you consider compared to earlier days, 1/3 of effort is only required, and also cost is required to have this methodology installed in the required places.
が測れます。オープンシールド工法は掘削、オープンシールド機推進、ボックスカルバート据え付け、埋め戻しまでの主な作業を繰り返しながら施工するので、工期短縮が図れます。2、狭い場所の施工が可能です。開削工法では施工が不可能な両側に家屋が近接した河川や水路の改築箇所でも、オープンシールド機にバックホーやボックスカルバートを吊り下ろすクレーンを搭載することにより施工が可能になります。オープンシールド機にはシールド機前方に隔壁があり、底部には堤板があるので地下水のある地盤でも安全に施工できます。3、オープンシールド工法の施工例。1、家屋が
ここのサマリーを送っていただければそれを説明します。
このページは施工例になります。狭い場所での施工ですけども、クレーンが従来の工法ではクレーンによってボックスを据え付けするんですが、クレーンが入らないためですね、機械にクレーンを設置して、狭い場所でもですね施工が可能となります。
So this is some of the samples where they actually install this open shield component. So this is where the household is very close to the drainage system. So the first picture is showing before installation, and the second picture is showing after completion, and also during the construction process how they really do it. So they are setting up the crane and also doing the construction activities, and another one is using the crane, the construction activities nearing to the completion phase. So these 4 pictures are showing the end-to-end process. So especially this, households are very close in this case. So the drainage system is in between the households. So there also they can install this open shield component. Excuse me.
こちらはですね、道路ですね、道路の下に、埋設ということで、道路の1車線を、通行止めにして、埋設の方を行った工事の事例です。でボックス自体が重たいので、ボックスは半分に割っての分割としての施工になります。
So the second case is like we are doing the construction on where the roads are there. So also there would be very big rocks and also sometimes the sand mixed soil. So in such kind of soil cases also we can handle it, and also under the road also we can use this component. And the pictures are denoting before the construction, during the construction, and after also the boxes they can divide it and install it. So that is also one peculiarity of this open shield. Next slide.
This こちらはですね、事例としまして電車の横のでの施工ですね。こちらがクレーンで作業していると電線とかに当たったりとかいう可能性がありますので、機械にクレーンを設置しての施工を行っております。
So the third case is we can use this component near to the railway line as well. So if you see the railway lines, there would be electric wires and other connecting wires and all. So that cases also we can use this open shield component. So and the photos are showing before the construction and during the construction, and how they install this component. So if you in the picture you can also see the train as well near to the construction site. Next slide.
はい、こちら全体的にちょっと見てもらってですね、こんな大型の案件からちっちゃいところまでですね、施工したっていう事例を今載せています。
So these are the summary of the cases where they really use this open shield component. So first one is, we already touched upon near to the roads they can use this, and also the size of the construction site. So if you see first one it's very big, and second one is the bullet train bridge. So under the bullet train bridge also they are doing such constructions, and also near the households also they are where the in between the households also we can install this component. And yeah, so first one to fourth one the size is reducing. First one is very big side, second one is lightly small, lightly little bigger, and third one is much smaller, then smaller sides. So in that order they have arranged the photos. Yeah.
一番のところですが、道路の下をですね、アンダーパスとしてということの施工もですね、この工法ですることができます。
So this first case, one more point what he added is this is a already using road. So where Japanese highways and although every time there will be cars and other things moving around. So under such sites also they can doing the construction. We can go to next slide. So that's all the explanation from his end. Thank you.
はじめまして、私は達弘コーポレーションの山口と申します。
So, hello everyone. So, he is from Yamaguchi from Tatsuhiro Corporation. Yeah.
今日は、OISCA、グローバルビジネス、この場を設けて、いただきまして誠にありがとうございます。
So, thank you so much for inviting him to the OISCA Business Summit meeting. Yeah.
私は、日本で、サプリメント、日本古来のアシタバという、植物を、サプリメントに、作って、販売しております。
So, his business is basically like, how do we say, like Japanese traditional plants which he is cultivating and also, marketing it in Japan.
なぜこれをしたかというと、私が、今まで海外、いろんな国に行くときに必ず言われるのが、日本もそうですけど糖尿病という、病気の方がかなり増えてるので、それを、何かいいものがないかということで、それを聞いたときからスタートしております。
So he used to travel around the globe, and most of the places he used to hear that the diabetes mellitus is, increasing in all the places, also in Japan. So from that root cause, he started cultivating this kind of herbal plants.
このアシタバというのは日本の古来の、植物であります。だから、
So this ashitaba is a plant which is very prevalent in Japan from the olden days. So that plant which he is cultivating.
日本の、八丈島というところが原種なんですけど、そこは火山の島ですね。
So this ashitaba is like used to grow in a island called Hachijojima. So it was a old volcano. There was a old volcano was there. So this soil is also made from such a volcano components. Yeah.
で東京大学の和知教授、が主に、研究をされております。
So Tokyo University professor Waji, the professor called Waji used to do research on this plant.
それで、和知教授が本人が、1型の糖尿病でありました。で、余命っていうんですか、余命を言われてたんですけど、そうですね。
So this Professor Waji had this type 1 diabetes mellitus, and his wife used to, the doctor told his wife that, due to this he cannot live longer. So
10年前に、病気が見つかりまして、このアシタバというので、今回復されたという本、これ本ですね。
So this type 1 diabetes mellitus detected for him almost 10 years back, and he used to take this ashitaba leaves, and his diabetes mellitus is like completely cured.
Yeah. それで、このアシタバと出会いまして、私のふるさとでも栽培をするようになりました。
So he came to know about this ashitaba through this book. And also he started cultivating this ashitaba plant in his native.
で、今では日本だと量が少ない、まだ作ってないんで、インドネシアの方で、和知教授たちも今作っております。
So the quantity of ashitaba plant is very less in Japan. So this Professor Waji, so we just mentioned before. So he and his group is also cultivating this ashitaba leaves in Indonesia.
で、これをこう、どうですか。これ。
So this is an explanation about ashitaba.
もうあれを見たらいいですかね。もうないですもんね。
somebody.
はいはい。アシタバには、カルコンという物質が非常に多いです。これが、糖尿、インスリンを、作っていく作用があります。
So this Ashitaba leaves has a component called carcon. So it's a kind of polyphenol flavonoid. Yeah. So this is very effective for the type 1 diabetes mellitus.
この、黄色く、なっているのがカルコンですね。
So this in this picture, if you see this yellow part, this is denotes this carcon component.
まあこんで、まあ青汁という青汁ってわかりますか？青汁よりも今青汁が非常に世界にありますけど、それよりも軽く。こちらの方が機能性がです。まあこんな感じですね。
今言いたいのは何ですか？
だからケールのビタミンとこれが豊富にこちらの方がアシタバの方が入っているということです。
So this Ashitaba has the component like carcon. So it's also it has other various varieties of vitamins, minerals, and other dietary fibers in this plant.
まあこのアシタバによって日本ではいろいろな、症状を、良くしていくということが研究をいまだにされております。で、載っているように今非常に糖尿病だけじゃなくて日本は、認知症アルツハイマーっていうのも、非常に問題視されております。
So there are a lot of research are going on around this Ashitaba leaves. So especially this diabetes mellitus is a grave problem in all over the world, also in Japan, and also they are facing other issues like Alzheimer's and dementia kind of problems also in Japan. So there are researchers going on to support those victims with Ashitaba.
でアシタバについて、いまだにいろいろな、研究をされております。
So Ashitaba, as I mentioned, like there are a lot of research are going around Ashitaba. Yeah.
こんなのこう見せてこれですね。これ、アシタバを摂取によって、血糖値が下がったりヘモグロビン A1C が下がる結果が出ております。
So like a lot of research are happening around this, and especially on diabetes mellitus. So they have identified that it has the blood glucose level lowering property as well as HbA1c. That level also it can reduce. So that is the key characteristics which they could identify through their research.
これに書いてますように、アシタバを飲むことによってインスリンを、補充するという、結果も出ております。
So this so suppose the diabetes patient if they take Ashitaba, it has the actions like it can increase the production of insulin in the body and help them to overcome or control the diabetes mellitus.
でまた、いろんな作用がありまして、ちょっと太ってる方をちょっと、脂肪をなくすっていうんですかね、脂肪を、減らす作用もあります。
So there are various properties for this Ashitaba, and one more like characteristics what they have identified that it can reduce the body fat also by taking the Ashitaba.
こんな感じですね。 脂肪分を、エネルギー化して、減らしていくっていう作用もあります。
So as I mentioned, like it can reduce the fat in the body. It will like convert the fat into energy and reduce the level of fat within the body. So that is one of the property which they could identify through their research.
今、和知先生のところで、日本の老人ホームっていうんですかね、で、この、足束を使って、認知症とかを今、治療という形で今、東京の方、茨城の、日本の茨城のところでやっております。
So Professor Waji is doing other research on this dementia and other neuropathic diseases also. So in Japan, there are a lot of old age homes. So in Prefecture Ibaraki, Professor Waji is doing, supporting this old age home and help them to control the dementia and other neuropathic issues by providing them the ashitaba leaves.
で、私たちはこれに通じて足束を作ることによって東京大学の方で研究されている CO2 をですね削減すると、足束を育成することによって普通の野菜よりも10倍から20倍ほど CO2 を吸着させるというのもあります。
So also one more point what we want to highlight is that in Tokyo University they will be cultivating these ashitaba leaves. Basically this ashitaba leaves has a property that it can absorb 20 times or 10% or 10 times or 20 times more than CO2 these ashitaba leaves can absorb. So they are planning to cultivate these ashitaba leaves in Tokyo University. So compared to other vegetables and other plants, ashitaba leaves, it can absorb more carbon dioxide. So they are planning to work on that project as well.
私たちとしてはこの足束を世界に普及させていければと思っております。
So their visionary goal is that these ashitaba leaves they want to preach around the globe so that it can be benefited by all mankind. So that is their goal.
必要な方があればちょっとサンプルはお持ちしておりますので、必要な方おられれば。
So Yamaguchi-san has brought some samples of ashitaba leaves. If anyone is interested, they can approach Yamaguchi-san.
日本もインドのいろんな方々も固有のいろんな植物があると思いますので、またそういったことも、コミュニケーション取れればいいと思っております。
So in Japan they have ashitaba leaves. So likewise in India and other countries, we might have similar, knowledge or similar kind of magical plants in our countries. So he wants to understand such information also. Yeah.
じゃあ今日はどうもありがとうございました。
Thank you so much, everyone.
もうそれ言いました。もう東大先生のもういいです。大丈夫です。
アシタバリの葉っぱのボタニカネームがあるんですよ。ボタンサイエンティフィックネームがありますね。そういう
アンジェリカ。ユリカです。アンジェリカ。アンジェリカ。
リセットありますか？
そうですそうです。
So now the presentation from Japanese delegates are completed. So if anyone has any questions, so they can ask them. ちょっとアシタバについて質問が来ていますけれども、どうやってそれを飲みますかって、骨にしますか、葉っぱそのまま食べる。
そのまま食べてもいいし、私たちはそれを、乾燥させて粉末にしております。
So in Japan, usually they dry it and powder. So that powder form they take it. You can also eat directly. That's what he said. そのなんかサイドエフェクト、そういう飲んだらなんかが
野菜ですか？何がないですか？
野菜
野菜です。
まあ、例えば薬を飲んだら違う現象が出たりする。
野菜です。あくまでも野菜ですから。
So it's a kind of vegetable. So here in India we'll take fenugreek leaves and all. Similarly, it is kind of a vegetable. So you can have any form. There is no side effects.
How many you take a spoon by quantity, how much?
Quantity. どれだけの量を食べます？
その病気によって病気っていうかあれ、例えば糖尿の日本だと糖尿、普通予防だと1日5グラムから10グラム、粉末にしたのをですね。
So it's based upon your condition. So if your diabetes is very severe, then maybe 5 to 10 gram in a day you can have. So 日本ではそれはどうやって販売されているか、販売っていうかどうやってフード、
いや違いないです。食品サプリメント食品。
Say it's a food supplement.
What is the temperature to grow that? I mean, ideal temperature?
Okay.
I mean,
これを栽培する時の、一番なんか快適な温度、どの温度でこれを育てるのかと。
和知先生、苗をしたら水はけがいいのがいいんですね。それと、八丈島っていうところが暑い、もう同じです。暑い。で、木が高い木がある。その下で、植えてるんですね。で、一日日が半分当たって半分日陰が一番ベストです。
So this is cultivated in olden times in Japan. It was cultivated in Hachijo Island, right? So there, the climate is very similar to Kerala or in India. So usually they cultivate under the big trees. So daytime it will take the sunlight, and remaining day it will have the shadow. So that mixture would be ideal for this plant.
So it can be grown in.
これが熱帯地域の食、
まあ暑いところがいいですよね。暑い時で土がやっぱり水はけがいいところが本当はベストです。
So it could be a tropical plant, but like hot places are very ideal for this plant. Yeah. And also it can be planted in wet areas as well. たまらない。So it should be like there would be no water stagnating in the land. So that would be ideal for the plant.
When it is a processed product, maybe in the powder format, how the pricing is? How much cost per gram or maybe per kg like that?
例えばこれを販売するとしたら、どれぐらいの値段で売ったりしてますかと聞いてます。
日本は
インドだったら1キロこれぐらいとか言うんですけど、
インドだといくらなんですか分からない。
日本はどうですかと聞かれます。
日本は1ヶ月分、例えば5グラムを、ちょっとあそこにあるんですけど、 うですか。中身は、ね、これが日本で売ってる。日本で。で、中身が、これが入ってます。これが粉末。
これはどれぐらい売ってるかっていうのが質問。
日本円で大体その、まあ、1万円ぐらいですけど、まあ、もうちょっと安くしてます。定価が1万円でしてます。
So, about the commercial part of this, so this is a 10 gram into 30 days packet.
Okay.
So this they are selling it approximately 10,000 yen, close to 10,000 yen. So which is approximately, let's say, 7,000 rupees in India.
Yeah. 30 days package actually. Yeah. And secondly, one more thing.
Whether it's inside this packet, you will get a small sachet like this.
I got it.
It's a 5 gram sachet.
Whether it's exporting to any other countries, I mean, outside Japan, like the European Union or maybe the US FDA regulation, FDA approval or anything like that, already they have. Because FDA regulation is mandatory for some other region, for US and other things. Whether you have that.
US とかだったら FDA とか、インドだったら FSCCI とか、それの認証を受けたものしか売れないですね。日本の場合はこれが何の認証を受けて、販売されているかですね。
認証はもうあくまで食品だから認証を受けなくてもいいんですよね。
Since mainly it's a food supplement, so it doesn't require any accreditation or certification.
But for importing to certain countries, they need to go for regulatory authorities approval. For example, FDA is the authority approving for importing to US. So without any product, I know the Ayurvedic product from India is exporting companies to the US. But this FDA approved product, they had taken years to get the FDA approval with the process of that actually. That's why.
So インドのケースは例えば他の国からこういった食べ物なり他の食品をインポート輸入するときに、そういう機関の認証とかを受けていなければ輸入できないですね。まあ、その場合は、このアシタバのこの製品をここに輸入しようとしたら、誰の認証を受けなければいけないかっていう、日本はそういった認証を提供しているのかっていうのが質問です。
チェンナイでチェンナイで売れてるわけですよ、ね。
はい。
それ言っていいのかわからないんだからちょっと、ね、こう違う州が違うからチェンナイでもう動いてるんですよ。どうしたらいい、どう言っていいか。
Excuse me, sir. This is already in use in Chennai. So this product, in Chennai.
Asking about the other international approvals actually.
It's not very clear, sir.
I mean, in fact, if you want to give a supplement in India, this should be approved by Food Safety FSSAI in India also. So the content details and everything we need to get to get permission from that authority. Okay. And as well as when it's importing, we need to complete the formalities of the customs also about the content. Similarly, if you want to export in the US, that's a big market for the diabetics. That's one of the biggest market because this product is quite expensive also. Rather than India, it will work out in some other country like. If you want to import in the US and to be in the market, you need to get FDA regulations, to be comply with FDA regulations or FDA permission for that actually. That is why.
彼の質問の意図としては、これを最後的に US に輸出したいわけなんですよ。その場合は FDAI の認証とかいろいろ受けなければ、そうそうそう。だからそういった手続きとかは、この場合、どうハンドルされているかっていうのを
例えば栽培するにしてこちらで栽培するにしても種を持っていくのは普通持っていけません。だからそこは、東大の先生和知先生が一応もしこちらで作ったりするときはもう契約されますよね。でいろいろ文書とか提出しないといけない和知先生が作ります。その種の特許を持っていらっしゃる。
So this, sir, to your question, so Professor Waji, so he already has the patent of this Ashitaba seed. So if any such documentation is required, So we need to get it from the Professor Waji. Thank you.
Let's keep going. We have the past president of OISCA Nepal chapter, Mr. Neil Tamrakar, who is going to talk to us regarding the opportunities and possibilities of business in Nepal and his life experiences regarding business points. And over to you. Welcome, Mr. Neil.
Good afternoon, everyone. For me, it's a big opportunity to be presenting on behalf of Nepal on this very important day, OISCA Global Business Meet today. Actually, I came to this meet to learn about different opportunities that other countries like Taiwan, Japan, Bangladesh, and Sri Lanka has for Nepalese business people. But here I am to present a short information about Nepal and what I've been doing in Nepal in the past few years. Nepal is a small country, as you all know. It's a neighboring country of India. And the major exports of Nepal, it used to be agricultural product. In the past, the population was low and our production was high. But now the population has gone up and the production has gone down. Now we are the importers of agricultural products. The major exports of Nepal are herbal products, hydropower, human resources, handicrafts, and so forth. Today, we saw the presentation of our Japanese businessmen. They are very interesting presentations we had. The waste management equipments are very interesting for countries like Nepal, because we are growing our waste as the population grows, and we need to manage it properly. And I don't know if my colleague just told me that in one part of Nepal, they have already established one such plant. I don't know if Yamada-san is aware of this, whether this equipment is actually from Yamada-san or some other organization. But see, I don't know if these plants come in different sizes. Like all the hospitals, all the industries, they are required to treat their waste and dispose properly in Nepal. So if they come in small sizes for individual hospitals and individual industries, this could be marketed properly in Nepal. This is an opportunity in Nepal. And about the Angelica cultivation, like I think in Nepal, there are few farmers who are already doing this Angelica cultivation, and maybe there is a possibilities of collaboration with our Japanese friends. Nepal is a land of diversity. Our natural resources are very diverse and well known for herbal production. Many Indian companies has established their industries in Nepal, like Dabur, and they produce herbal products from the resources that is available in Nepal. So this can be replicated. More of the investors are welcome in Nepal to start herbal production industries. Hydropower is another major field where investment is required in Nepal. Today, Nepal has exploited only 10% of the overall capacity of hydropower production in Nepal. More investment and more power production would mean that Nepal would be able to export the power to the region. And the requirement of the energy in the region can be complemented from Nepal. I was involved in many businesses in Nepal. I was involved in service businesses like hospital, education, and banking. And today, there are many hotels are coming up. International hotel chains are opening hotels in Nepal, and many Indian investors are also investing. And this is, I think, one of the most attractive investment field for international investors in Nepal. And anyone interested to invest for tourism, hotel and resorts, Nepal has beautiful mountains, beautiful scenic spots where hotels and resorts can be developed. And you are most welcome to invest in tourism sector in Nepal. Education in Nepal is highly demanded, but most of the students, they prefer to go abroad. Many students from Nepal, they come to India for their higher studies. Many in Bangalore, Pune, Delhi, and even I think Karnataka, many students come for their engineering courses, IT courses, and for their medicine courses. And if we can market properly, we can, our Nepalese student can benefit from the facilities available in Nepal, in India, and Indian institutions can get a good number of students from Nepal. I am already doing business with India. See, you're all familiar with UPI. I've signed an agreement with the National Payment Corporation of India, and I got the license to operate UPI in Nepal. And this UPI is already deployed in our hardware in Nepal in server, and we are planning to go live very soon. This will enable cross-border transactions between India and Nepal, and this network further shall expand to other countries. And I am hoping, my dream is that UPI is going to be the international highway for fund transfer in the days to come. Similarly, garment used to be one of the major exports from Nepal to United States. Earlier, I had heard that some of the Japanese friends are from garment industries, and I was expecting some presentation from them. Well, Nepal is, where the manpower is still cheap. That's why many people, like in India, people prefer to go to Arabian countries like Dubai, Qatar for working, for labor work. And garment could be another field where Nepal can, produce as per the requirement of the international market and export to Japan or maybe other countries. And having said that, I think Nepal is a developing country, and Nepal government is very positive towards attracting foreign investments in Nepal. Recently, they organized investment forum like you are planning in Kochi next year. And we had many international business delegates who expressed interest in investing in Nepal, and government is developing policies lucrative and in line with to make foreign investors attractive to invest in Nepal, like how they can take back the profit that they earn from their investment in Nepal. And these things the government is trying to simplify and make it more attractive for them, for the foreigners to invest in Nepal. I hope in the days to come, we can have more collaborations in many fields of business in India, in Japan, in Korea, and Sri Lanka, and many other countries. And I congratulate OISCA for organizing this wonderful event, and this being the first of its kind. I hope in the days to come, these meets, the business meets, would be more productive and we can achieve more. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Other Japanese delegates who presented the possibilities and opportunities to this august audience. We are dot on time. We are now splitting for lunch. Immediately after the lunch, we will gather at 2 o'clock. Even if it is early by 15 minutes, it's appreciated. We have a couple of presentations from the Indian side regarding HR, garments, art-connected garments, and many other verticals. So we will now split for lunch and we'll gather back in this hall exactly at 2 o'clock. Thank you.
Good afternoon all. Tajnet HR Solutions is a premier recruiting agency dedicated to connecting talented and skilled professionals with employers across the globe. Our mission is to open doors to exceptional opportunities for both employees and employers worldwide. We collaborate with accredited companies that offer reliable job opportunities and ensure a seamless recruitment process. As a certified agency under the Ministry of External Affairs of India, we take pride in adhering to the highest standards of professionalism and integrity. With Tajnet HR Solutions, finding the right talent or the right opportunity has never been easier. Tajnet HR Solutions, a division of Wendy Business Enterprises Private Limited, is an emerging and qualified human resource recruitment and consulting agency based in the main forte of Tajnet. License sourcing qualified personnel required for various industries for filling up vacancies abroad. With efficient recruitment solutions and excellent industry tie-ups, Tajnet helps employers and employees to fulfill their needs effectively without time delay. It provides all-inclusive human resource solutions across diverse industries. Tajnet believes in quality, performance, and standardized service delivery. Our vision: to be the most sought-after human resource recruitment entity by offering reliable services which are helpful for the employers and employees simultaneously. Our mission is to help employees to become the most qualified and competitive professionals, which includes training for preparation of prometric exam for nurses and paramedical staff to connect the job seekers with the global employers across diverse industries, provide cost-effective and efficient recruitment services to employers as well as employees. Why Tajnet? Tajnet's thoughts and actions are distinctively unique, and so it stands out from the rest in many aspects. In 4 ways, you may choose Tajnet: through professionalism, transparent working style, cost effectiveness, and guaranteed result, customer focus. We all know that when we are in a hiring process, we have to go with a lot of other agencies and sub-agents, right? So what here we Tajnet do is, we directly connect you with the candidate, and that is how the hiring goes easy peasy. Our services: interview training, recruitment, pre-screening, attestation and services, documentation, medical examination, visa, immigration, orientation programs. And in future, we are actively planning for prometric exam training and language training. The process of our recruitment goes, CV tracking comes the first, and then we go for the screening and shortlisting. Then comes the interview and trade test, the medical examination. We give further training and orientation programs for beginners, visa and immigration assistance, ticketing and departure. That's how our process goes. This is our sister concern, Code Pro Systems, which is an IT firm. Here is our contact, and let's connect. Thank you. Yeah, sure, sir.
OISCA has a college in Japan. That's OISCA School for Global Cooperation. And recently it's set up a Japanese language course, 1-year course. If Japanese corporations want to employ Indian youth for their offices or factories, most of them want the employees to speak
Japanese language. Yes, sir.
Okay, so we can tie up with your agency.
Yes, sir.
You identify candidates, then they are sent to Japan for 1 year and follow the Japanese language course. Because our college is reputed, is very good at teaching Japanese language because it is connected to the OISCA training center, and the college itself has a long history, more than 40 years. And the OISCA itself started the training program 1967. So that's why we have quite a lot of knowledge accumulated in the skills of language training. So maybe we can tie up.
Sure, sir. I've come here as a company representative, and I would love our ma'am to talk more about it on the table. Thank you.
We have now Sindhu Saptavarna, the CEO founder of Saptavarna Conceptual Art. She's from Trichur, a unique voice in the world of textile, which is not merely a clothing brand, but its stories on the fabricating ancient art of hand painting. And presently, she's ready to meet with the demands, what is there for the ultra-modern trends for girls and women's styles to fit for the enthusiasm around the globe. She welcomes partnerships and collaborations and is excited to connect with potential customers and innovators from Japan and worldwide. Over to you. Xavier's Institute of Management Business School in Bhubaneswar, and from the Marketing and Analytics of ISB Hyderabad. With a rich clientele in Calicut in HR, she looks for strategic HRM initiatives which was ready to foster across the globe, and her clients in Kerala or in India includes the world famous the Bhima Jewelleries, Malabar Palace Hotel, Shabu Builders, and many on. So she's looking forward for collaboration in the HR segment with Japan and other probable countries. Over to you, Priya.
Good afternoon, everybody. So I am Priya Joseph. Mani sir, thank you for that wonderful introduction. So basically, as Mani sir said, I am an HR professional, and mainly my area of work is strategic part of HR. So I know all of us have just had a lunch, and it's a heavy lunch which all of us have had, and a very good lunch. So I thought I'll just make it a little interactive. So we are all business owners or employers, stakeholders, different profiles. Once an employee joins your company, what is the most burning issue which you all face? Any answers? From an employee's side, most burning issue. No issues at all? My goodness. In probation period, what do you, okay. Probation time is what you think is we have to focus on. Anybody else? Oh, good, not having clarity on the roles. Anything? I guess you all have very good employees, yeah? Extremely good employees. I'll be out of my business. So basically...
Excuse me, madam.
Yes?
How to evaluate their performance?
Fabulous, the answer which I'm looking for. Very good, ma'am. I love you for that. Yes. One big issue which we all face as an employer or a stakeholder or a manager or management team is, how do we analyze their performance? Is it good? Is it aligned with the goals of the company? Do they understand what is the job which is given to them? So these are the areas which I work on. Basically, I help out. I work along with the management team to help out each employee with their proper job descriptions, their KRAs, connected to their KPIs, what is their, how to improve that, train them on that, train your HR team on what all should an HR do. As far as we are, most of the companies, people think HR is all about recruitment, salaries, statutory. That is just the most menial tasks of HR. HR is more about strategies where how are you training your employees to think like how you're thinking. What is your goal for the next 5 years? Your employees should also know about it. What is your goal for the next 10 years? And they should work accordingly. Your HR team should know that so that they can recruit accordingly. Not just recruit to fill a position. Recruit so that you feel this guy is a fit for my company. He's good. So these are the things which I help out any client of mine. Like how sir said, Malabar Palace is also one of my client. So some of the things which I do, I also curate policies for the companies, your different kinds of policies, your POSH policy, everything. Also, I train your employees, soft skill training. Mainly it's called human skills more than soft skills. So all of these trainings also is done by me. So this is mainly my area of work. And if anybody has anything, please reach out to me. Even if it's not a client or anything, just anything I can help you out with. Thank you. I think my PPT is not yet here. It's fine. Thanks a lot. Thank you, people. Thanks.
The possibilities of recruitment and many other venues. So next we have Professor Varkey Matthew, who is a retired professor of the head of the Department of Chemistry in Berzelius College, Kottayam, and an environmental and research and waste management researcher. He received 2 patents, Indian 2 patents. One that is for the resin from water hyacinth and particle boards and tiles using the resin. Second, it is cellulose nanofiber from banana and plantain waste and products using nanofiber. So he's going to talk about these 2 patents and also show you some products and possibilities can be explored. Over to you, sir. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. Anyway, I have got this chance, and I thank you very much for giving this chance for expressing what we have to do next, because I have already registered a small company, that's a private company, but still we are in the process of designing the machinery required for the processing, especially of water hyacinth. Please. I think already we are all aware of the big menace of the invasive water hyacinth worldwide. It is not only in the limited areas, but worldwide it is there. We can see that, the picture shows how much it is present in various places, the first one. The other one is plantain and banana, just to show, because it is the project which had been prepared. And then these are the products that I will show you later. Please, next one. Now we have the objective is to make or manufacture cellulose pulp containing fibrillated cellulose pulp, which will be containing cellulose nanofiber. We know that cellulose nanofiber has got very peculiar characteristics. They can combine, giving rise to hard or strong materials. So that's the first point, just in a simple way I am expressing. And then in the case of the resin thus obtained from the water hyacinth, we can prepare or manufacture various types of products. The resin alone we can get, and then it can be used as, because it is a resin, we can use other fillers, what we call as fillers like a sawdust, so that we can get what we call particle board or high density fiber board, or even tiles by using China clay as the filler. And thus we can have many different products. And some of the products I will show you later. Because of lack of time, I am not taking it out now. It is all handmade. No machinery had been utilized for the purpose. And then in the case of this one, we have to remember that worldwide, the UN Environmental Program has given even an alarm in 2013 that more than 50% of the world population is negatively affected because of this water hyacinth menace. And therefore, a solution is required to remove this. And until now, there had been no solution proposed for a bulk collection and processing of this material. So here, I would like to say, there are certain products. You can see the water hyacinth, what it is, how it is, just a structure is given. Just please come down. See that the yellow colored areas, the world map is there. All these places, all these countries are affected highly by the presence of water hyacinth, including tourism, fishery, or farming. Everywhere the problem is very, very high. In a sense, it is very seriously taken even by the United Nations Environmental Program. Please. See, the list is there where it has become a very difficult situation has been created. See this one, it is nowhere else but Kumaragam, Kottayam. This is the situation. Many of the waterways are completely filled. Please come up. See, this is a situation in Africa. In Kisumu Lake, a part of Victoria Lake, which is a 28,000 square mile lake, where a lot of, a majority of area had been affected. Because of that, Kenya, Tanzania, Uganda, all these countries are suffering from this type of menace. And it has been estimated that more than 500,000 fishermen are out of job, giving rise to more than 3 million people being given to starvation. So that's the situation there. And in Kisumu there was a port, real ship port, and that port is now closed down because of this thick water hyacinth, what we can call as carpet. The carpet is there. And also, even the Nile origin place had been affected. There was blocking last year, 2023, and there was water rising to very high levels, including the Kampala area and also Entebbe airport, which had never had any problem of water coming to their airport. In the lower areas of the airport, it was flooded last July, 2023 July, because of the blocking of the river flow by this water hyacinth. Okay, please. Please up. See, this is somehow it has been made use of. The leaves are cut, then it is dried and made into some products. And this is some kind of industrial-like application being carried out in organizations like groups have been formed, women's groups have been formed in certain areas. Even in Kerala, there are comparatively smaller numbers only, but West Bengal, Assam, Orissa, in all these places, there are district level women's group, they work for making these things, but it is not a complete removal, because once they remove the leaves, the remaining root and the stem will be discarded, which will again pollute the water, and therefore it is not a complete solution, even if that is being used for making the products. Again, it will grow up very easily, quickly, and therefore, only thing is that some people will get job, that's all. The pollution and the other negative impacts, including methane emission, all will still continue. But in our case, what we have, or what I have designed, is complete removal of this water hyacinth, including the root, and then process it. And that processing has been done. This is an estimate which had been prepared for about 300 tons per day, a factory to be built, and that is how it had been prepared. And even, anyway, we are not going to have any discussion about it. And then the products we have, that I will just show you how the products would be. This particular one is the resin assets being manufactured. Just polymerize. When I make the pulp, the original fiber will be isolated into nanofiber. They will plastic. And then we dry the sand, it will be polymerized further, small board. So that gives rise to this product. Then, and this is one which is filled with sawdust. Thus, resin with sawdust. And so this is how particle board is made. Or wood powder can be used, that will give the MDF or HDF, and such things can be made. So this is also of the same type. Cellulose nano fiber. It is the major portion. So that is why it is becoming so strong. So this can be like that is laminated. Okay, so in this way we can make products, and this can be made into molds also. We can make shapes. These are all handmade, and just polymerization means heating is done on plain surface without applying any pressure. So in the case of molding, normally we apply pressure, and so it will be more compact and more strong. And anyway, different types of products can be made of, and then laminated if required, and thus various products can be made out of this. So that is one thing. That means we can continuously remove and manufacture, and it should be made as raw itself. That means we should not allow it to dry up. That is the only condition which we have. Similarly, I have also done with, because I just mentioned about the waste of banana and plantain. So this is the material which I have made. This is only a cube like that, it is cut off. And this is a very low density material, just 0.25 gram per centimeter cube is the density of this material. But at the same time, it is comparatively very strong. It is the same thing made into a block. And this can be made something like helmet, because it is so much strong and light. So it will be a shell of helmet will be less than, say, 200 grams. And we can make the conditions, that means the qualification for a helmet, by applying pressure and molding, and thus we can use it. This is simply only cellulose inside, both nanofiber and also macrofiber still inside. So this is only cellulose. And why? In the case of the fiber board also, there is a very important factor. Already we have said, by removing the water hyacinth, the evolution of methane will be reduced, water will become clear, and at the same time, that will be utilized for various purposes without the hindrances which is created by this water hyacinth, what we can say, the total coverage and the thick material. Then second thing is, once we are making use of this one, we can substitute the existing urea formaldehyde resin, which is the one which is used worldwide for making particle boards. Most of the particle boards are created, or 90% of the particle board use urea formaldehyde resin. And I think you would have experienced, when a new particle board is taken up, you will get your eyes burning, in the sense something is evolving from this, that is nothing but formaldehyde. And thousands of tons of this urea formaldehyde is used for making the particle boards, especially in Europe. And especially the urea formaldehyde Manufacturers Association of Europe, European countries, they have passed that at the earliest we have to eliminate this urea formaldehyde resin. We have to use something else, because all the lifetime of this particle board, that will be giving out formaldehyde, which is carcinogenic. Especially in Europe, where the ventilation is much less because of the cold climate, what happens is that the room will always be filled with formaldehyde, and that is being inhaled. So that will cause cancer, and it is carcinogenic. And that is why even the manufacturers say we have to find an alternative. And I just will like to express that this is a real alternative. And we remove the menace, and also we stop the use of the dangerous urea formaldehyde resin. So that is another important factor. Remember, the worldwide you have the raw material, and we can make use of that for manufacturing hundreds or thousands of tons of this resin. And we can replace the formaldehyde resin by this cellulose only resin. That's the most important thing. There is no formaldehyde, and this is cellulose only, that is partially converted nanocellulose and then recombining to give the polymer again. And therefore, this is that way also a savior for the humanity. That's very important. So, in all these ways, environmental pollution, methane evolution, which is enhancing the global warming system, this can be avoided, and then the water bodies can be cleared off, and at the same time, the resin can replace the formaldehyde resin, which is also dangerous. So all these advantages are there when we implement this on an industrial scale. And then, when I was presenting this in Ugandan government body, there is an what we call National Environment Management Authority. So they were asking me, suppose we remove all these things immediately, we remove the water hyacinth, then it will come to a stop. Then I had the answer, remember, this can multiply or it will double the mass in 12 days or 15 days maximum. So even if we remove, that will be going on. Let us remove it at such a rate that still it will not be completely removed, so that this will grow, so it will become an immense entity which can be utilized for years on. So we can grow it and remove it, and at the same time environment will be okay, and we can have very good resin without formaldehyde, and also we can make other products. Many other products can be used, as I told you. This one is made of China clay filler, and this is very hard. We can make floor tiles, we can make thinner ones like wall paneling or ceiling paneling, etc. All these can be made using other fillers, or what we call composite. So when the composite is changed, we can make this application in different areas. So that is the importance, and we are trying to forge forward to institute as much factories as possible so that this can save the humanity in different ways. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Excellent presentation with great insights. Receiving 2 patents in India is not a small thing. Why don't you give him a big hat? Receiving 2 patents is not a small thing.
Pardon?
Receiving 2 patents is not a small thing. That's why they gave you a big round of applause. Thank you, sir, for this great insightful presentations. We had a slack in the initial session for the presentation of Sindhu. You are ready? Over to you.
I am Dr. Soni TL. I am not a business person, I am an academic person, but I am here to introduce my friend Sindhu. She is Sindhu Saptavarna. She is an artist, but she is not a professionally trained artist, but passion to art made her to create the Saptavarna conceptual art. Yes, shall we have a look? The Saptavarna, it's, okay, you proceed. It's not merely a clothing brand, it's an integration of fashion, art and culture. This is her new launch, Leg, in shirt industry, garment. She is contributing her art to textile, garments industry. This is the renowned Malayalam film artist Mohanlal, who wear the shirt, costume designed by Sindhu Saptavarna. Then all these sarees are designed and prepared, hand painted by Dr. Sindhu Saptavarna. She had 5 records, including 2 world records. All these dresses are hand painted by Dr. Sindhu Saptavarna. Its speciality is integrating fashion, art and culture. She is ready to meet the demands of world stylists by integrating different art, culture and fashion around the globe. This is the new launch, Leg, which is launched during Onam days. Sari, lehenga, kurti, this is her esteemed clients. She had partnership with all these. Then also she exports her dress material garments to Dubai, Qatar and all some Arab countries. And also nowadays In this partnership, she is also ready to associate and partner and collaborate with different world countries, different countries around the globe to integrate culture, art, fashion of their own. Okay. Yes, one more. Motivation is the most catalyzing ingredient to promote successful innovation. So we hereby invite all the participants to collaborate and cooperate with these successful innovations. Sindhu, I think more? Yeah, like new launch during Onam days. Sound and dog. Yeah. Here is the sample of one beautiful sari painted by Sindhu. Yeah, this is in cotton linen material and hand painted by Kerala cotton. Her signature sari is in 18 Muyam Tamil sari in depicting the COVID, all COVID events starting from Wuhan to present condition. That the signature sari won so many records. This is also in Kerala cotton. Teyam is depicted in this beautiful sari. Teyam is pictured here. The material is cotton and linen, Kerala cotton. Cotton shirt. This is a linen shirt. A picture. Buddha is pictured in this. This is a hand painting by Sindhu Saptavarna. She is a gifted artist, but she is not a professionally trained artist. But her passion made her to create Saptavarna conceptual art. Linen. Material is linen. And the picture is Buddha. Ma'am, another sari. Yeah. Sari. Paintings. Hand painted saris. Buddha Maria, original. Buddha original. Yeah. This is the flowers painted in the organza material. The flowers painted in the organza material, hand painted. Okay. Okay. Then Sindhu price ranges. She has a website. It's also available. Idea. Depends upon the material and also handwork. Yes. Georgette. I think it's Georgette. The first one is linen and cotton, Kerala cotton. The shirt is so unique. It's her signature contribution during Onam days. Alek, new launch. Okay, me and Sindhu from Thrissur OISCA chapter, both are working together at Thrissur OISCA. Thank you all. You like it, sir? Buddha. Okay, thank you, sir.
Ultimate stage, we now have a government official out over here who has accepted our invite and is out over here, and she was interested in talking many things about HR and employment. We have Mercy Priya, the Associate Director of North Zone of ASAP. ASAP, as you know, Acquired Skill Program of Kerala government. And she's in charge of Kozhikode, Kannur, Kasaragod and Wayanad, and she wished to throw some lights on the HR employment and optimization of values.
Good afternoon. I am Mercy. I am Associate Director, ASAP Kerala. ASAP Kerala as such is Additional Skill Acquisition Program. So what we do is that it was established in 2012 as an ADB funded project, which we have become a Section 8 company under Government of Kerala and Higher Education Department in 2021. So what am I going to speak here? I have not prepared any PPTs, but I have only 3 points to let you know. One is, who am I? Or who are we? Second thing is, what are we offering? Third thing is, what can you do for us? These are the 3 things I would like to let you know. One is, who am I? I am, as I said, come under Additional Skill Acquisition Program, a government missionary under Higher Education Department, helping children for employment. So we enhance the employability of the students, ensure that children get placed. That is what we are doing. So it is not mere giving them skill training. We understand the skill gap in the country or in the state and provide them necessary skilling, and after providing skilling, we don't leave the children there. We provide them hands-on training or internship, and after providing them internship, we ensure that they are placed, or if they are interested in entrepreneurship, we guide them in entrepreneurship. That is what ASAP is doing. And we have 6 different SBUs, Strategic Business Unit, that makes ASAP very, very special. We have a training division which provides the training. We have a community skill park division where we have 16 international standard skill parks in the state. And then we have a curriculum team which assesses the need of the industry. We conduct industries meet, and during the industries meet, whatever skill gap is being informed by the industry, we ensure that courses are developed and courses are provided through our curriculum team. We have a talent-based provider SBU, Strategic Business Unit, which understands the different students starting from schooling to any age, whoever is interested. We have a database of them, the employers, the employees, and whoever said and done, all their database has been maintained by talent-based providers. And then we have SDA, skill, demand aggregators. They ensure that they go around the state and go around the country to identify employers or companies who are in need of internship, who are in need of young talent. We identify them and put it in our portal so that students, it is a single portal where employer, student, everyone come into one link. So the student can select whoever, whichever employer they are interested to work with. And then this happens with a screening test, of course. This is what I would like to say, what is ASAP. Then what are we offering? I said we offer skill training. I said we offer internship. I also said that we connect between employer and the student, academia and industry. We act as a liaison between academia and industry. And then what can you offer to us? That is the third thing. Because as all of you are here, I would just like to address it. If you are from any of this industry, because we provide skill training in 18 plus sectors, starting from healthcare, agriculture, plumbing, retail, pharmaceuticals, n number of 18 plus sectors and over 150 courses. So if you are coming under any sector, I did hear construction in the morning, I heard about agriculture in the morning. In case there is a requirement, you can always approach us. And the second thing is that if in case you would like to associate with us, sign an MOU with us, you can do that. In case you have an HR requirement, you can approach us and we can share the details of students from that particular studies so that you can do an interview and take the children for your placement. It is a win-win situation where students get placed, you can help your employers. So this is what I would like to say. Hope you have understood. You can always associate with us. So if you would like to have any kind of discussion with me, you're free to talk to me. I will just give my number in the front desk. You can talk to me. Thank you.
Award from a government official who found interest in taking forward the possibilities in recruitment and all those things. Now we have another talented personality, Ms. Samira, who is also into HR and known by the name of the firm as Groven Growth Enabler. It's a talent acquisition expert firm based in Calicut. With a very detailed purpose statement and many other activities. I'm not going to talk more, but Samira herself will talk to you more regarding. Over to you, Samira.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Manisa, for the introduction. And I'm privileged to be here with esteemed delegates from various countries. Myself, Samira Chakiri, I'm a HR professional. This is my firm, Growth Enabler. Yeah, so what we do over here is the recruitment service. It's not working. Yeah. We provide the recruitment services. As you all know, for the organization, the success of any organization lies in its talent. And that is the challenge also. Getting the skilled manpower to the organization is also the challenge. At Groven, we provide recruitment services to various industries, including manufacturing, retail, healthcare, IT, and other segments as well. So we also provide the recruitment from local level to engineering, to supervisors, managerial, and also the leadership levels. Yeah, this is, sorry. Yeah. This one, right? Yeah, this is the purpose statement what we put on, to be the growth enabler to all our stakeholders. And myself, I am the founder and director of Groven, and I also the senior leadership team member of an food and beverage retail chain. And regarding my expertise, I did my executive development program from XLRA and also did performance and competency management from Indian Institute of Management and an MBA holder in specialized in HR. And I'm also holding the chairperson position of NIPM Calicut Group, which is National Institute of Personal Management, which is a non-profit organization, the only professional body in India which provide a platform for the HR professionals for the networking opportunity and sharing the learning platform. So as I said, recruitment and outsource staffing are the services we provide. Yeah, these are the industries we operate. And currently we provide talents to Pan-India, Saudi Arabia and United Arab Emirates. These are the countries currently we provide the talents to. Yeah. So, sir, you were asking about Japanese language trained population was asking on that. So that also we will be able to provide that training over here and deliver talents to the requirements of the country. So this is what all about, and thank you very much for this opportunity. Thank you once again.
Ms. Shamina Shashigumar, who is going to talk about our entrepreneurial venture regarding many bridal and kids and ladies apparels. Over to you, Shamina.
Hi, I'm Shamina Shashigumar. I'm into handloom designer wares and handloom bath towel made from here in Kerala, Kannur. And this is my label, loom to label, that is for cotton and cotton blends. And this is my woven stories, that's my handloom collection. And this is my Guinness record attempt, that is 108 meters skirt out of handloom, that is printed with the Theyyam, the Kerala cultural thing. And I got 4 records for that, and Guinness declaration is awaiting. And these are all my handloom, these photos are just taken from yesterday's expo, and I'm not prepared for that presentation. These are all my handloom apparels, Indo-Western collections. And these are my collections for an expo. These are all out of handlooms. And I'm looking for some materials also from Nepal, that is hemp, Nepalese. So I'm looking for some materials. Okay. I have my hand towel samples. This is my hand towel sample. These 2 pieces, $4.99. 2 pieces. 2 pieces. Yeah. This is also my product. And I just want to know, is there any possibilities to export this kind of things in Japan and other things? Yeah, these are all saris. Yeah. Cotton. Yeah. Cotton is the speciality of Kerala, from Kannur and yeah. I can do silk. Yeah, I can do silk also. Okay, thank you.
Okay, now the floor is now open for one-to-one interaction with this Japanese official. The front 4 tables have been earmarked exclusively for this. All those who have presented is given the opportunity to have one-to-one interaction with the Japanese officials. Mr. Itsuki will be leading that thing. So you all can have an interaction with them on a one-to-one basis regarding the possibilities on a personalized basis. We'll just arrange the floor in a few minutes. Thank you.